J got them bees rocking. Presso Bay. Welcome to Straight Facts. I know you gon' feel it. All good vibes, so please save your opinions. See why I ain't here to judge, so don't be looking for a critic. Do this combos out of love and help to spread some recognition. We can talk about your favorite team and how they got you feeling. Overall growth and understanding is the mission. So just kick back and listen and analyze what's mentioned. You can even pull up next and share your thoughts. Come on, let's get it. Welcome to Straight Facts. Yeah. Welcome to Straight Facts, man. Hey.
Welcome to Straight Facts Podcast, episode 22. I wanted to come over here and bring a North Augusta legend on the show, a hard worker, a family man, a guy who got it out the mud. I want to welcome to the show, Keith Johnson.
And thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you coming out your busy day and coming on the podcast today.
Absolutely, man.
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for the invitation.
For sure. Let's get it started, man.
All right.
Give us a little summary of where you grew up at in the neighborhood you grew up in.
Yeah, so I grew up in Belvedere. That's where I'm from. That's where my mom is still at. Went to Belvedere Elementary.
Okay.
North Augusta Middle School.
Yes,
and
sir.
North Augusta High School before I went on way to Furman for college.
Okay.
So I'm from North Augusta, man.
Yep. Okay, so growing up, did you play any extracurricular activities or sports or anything?
Yeah, man, sports has been always a big part of my life, and it still is. So I grew up playing football and baseball. And baseball was my first sport that I played.
Wow.
I started at like 5, then I picked up football after that. And then I played basketball in middle school through like 10th grade. So
Paul Knox, North Augusta?
North Augusta.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I think Paul Knox just won the championship last night. So,
Okay.
you know, it's a little rivalry going on.
is.
So
It's a big rivalry.
Yes, sir. So you went to North Augusta Middle.
Yeah, and so it's really funny because they did rezoning after my 6th grade year. So like I was the last group that got a chance to pick which school I wanted to go to. And since I had already started at North Augusta, I just went to North Augusta Middle School and finished up there.
Okay, so before the zoning, they let you pick what school you wanted to go to.
Yeah. mhm.
Okay, that's nice, man. So do you got any siblings and stuff that you grew up with?
Yeah, I have a younger sister. Her name is Lindsay. She is 5 years younger than me. She lives in Virginia. She's married with 2 kids. She's a physician. So like she's doing her thing too.
Yes, sir. I know you're proud of her.
Absolutely.
You big bro or little bro?
I'm big bro.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's good to have your little sister doing good things out here in the world, man. And I know you're proud of her for that.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let's take it to North Augusta High a little bit, man. Let's get into, because I heard you got a scholarship to go to Furman, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about North Augusta days a little bit, man, and some of the experiences you had on the football field.
Yeah.
Tell me who you think was one of your like hardest opponents looking back that you played against in North Augusta High.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. When I was at North Augusta, Aiken High School was really good. They went to back-to-back championships. I played defensive back and wide receiver, so a lot of times we had to match up with the skill guys outside. Brian Staley was one of the better players in the area that we played against. So I'd say that we had some good competition, some good rivalries, but all that competition, it makes you better.
Yep.
So it made me better when I got to the next level.
Exactly, right. Because speaking on Brian Staley, so would you say that was the toughest as far as like single opponent that you had to go against during your time in high school? As far as athlete? I
would say he was probably the best, but then we played this team called Marlboro County from the upstate, and I had to go against this guy named Tamir Zimmerman. He was a really good wide receiver.
Yes.
Had to match up. And so once again, you do good in those games, you know, scouts who are there to maybe see those other guys see you matching up, and then it puts you on the radar. So that's one of the benefits of just not being scared of competition, man.
Exactly,
Even at a
facts.
young age. Yeah.
And see, like I tell people too, with that football, I play DB as well.
Okay.
And cornerback to me is one of the toughest positions on the field.
I think it is.
Because like you said, you're on the island. You got to go against probably their toughest athlete.
Yeah.
And so what did you think, far as like football and the competitive sport of it, what do you think it helped you with as far as like life?
Oh man, that's a great question, because I coach kids now. So I coach my son's team, and I was just talking to them about how football sets you up for life in a lot of ways. And that being the case, one of the major things is being able to accept a challenge even when you're not sure if you can meet that challenge.
Yes, sir.
Because it's about not being scared to fail.
Facts.
You never really accomplish anything if you're scared to fail. And so as a corner, you have to have a short memory. They might catch a ball on you. You can't drop your head and say, oh, well, I'm not any good anymore. No, they caught that ball, but next time I'm getting it.
Yes, sir.
Period. And
Facts.
that has to be your mentality, not just with sports, but in life. And so football set me up a lot for the mental part of it, because when you get knocked down, you got to get back up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't feel sorry for yourself.
Facts, and that's a great answer too. So what went it? Because you end up getting a scholarship to go to Furman. What went into your decision to pick Furman for continue your career?
Yeah. So unfortunately, my high school career got cut short. I broke my arm my fourth game of the season,
Wow.
and I actually broke my arm in practice.
Wow.
And so we were going into the fifth week, so we had played 4 games, and I had 4 interceptions in 4 games.
Wow.
So I was on a really good pace. I was being recruited as one of the top DBs in South Carolina in the 2000 season.
Wow.
And then boom, just like that, I broke my arm in practice. I still have 12 screws and 2
Wow.
plates and 2 rods. So as you can imagine, being 17, working my whole young life to get to that point of being recognized by these big schools, that was a big thing. That was a big gut punch. But it really, really defined who I am.
Yes, sir.
Because I had to look at life outside of sports.
Yep.
And so Furman stuck with me. I had a few other offers. Georgia Southern also offered me a scholarship along with a few other schools.
Wow.
But I stuck with Furman because it felt like home for me. And I can really say without Furman, I would not have began my journey to be a lawyer.
Wow.
Because I went there and they really challenged me because it was really an academic school. And I was around kids who, their parents were attorneys and judges and doctors. So it was not a big deal for them to go on to grad school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, because a lot of people don't know, Furman, South Carolina State, schools like that, they can get you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And it's good that you letting people know that, you still can go to these small schools and get your career done and meet a lot of different people that come from different places and you learn things from them.
Absolutely.
But I didn't know Furman was a academic school.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's
Yeah.
something I learned new today.
It's very tough to get in, and also when you're there, you don't get like football classes or like grades because you're on the team. So I had to write that paper just like my classmates, even though I had practice and I had all these games and travel. So it actually made me better able to handle and multitask, because I have to do that now because
Yes,
I have
sir.
a lot of clients.
Facts. Yep. So, and it's good that you Furman showed you loyalty, man, because I didn't know you went down in your 4th, 5th game. That's your senior year, right?
Senior, yeah.
And I can only imagine what it did to you mentally as a 17-year-old. And Furman showed their loyalty to you, so that's what went into your decision of picking them and going into your Furman career. So, how long did you go to Furman? Did you decide you wanted to go to law school?
Yeah, so I was a late bloomer. I did not know I wanted to be a lawyer till I was about 20 years old. I was a junior in college, and I had an American government class, and they were talking about the Constitution and freedom of speech, and I just really kind of was like, man, this is really cool.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I talked to a few of my teachers, and they gave me the pathway and told me what I need to do. But I was really a little bit behind because a lot of my classmates, they grew up wanting to be lawyers.
Exactly.
Or they went to college knowing that I got to take this class, I got to do this, I'm going to do that. And so for me, a lot of it was just like rushed through because I was on the back end of college, but it worked out perfectly. I think that's what I was supposed to do.
Exactly.
And I think I came to it at the time I was supposed to.
Yep, facts. Because as you get older, God has perfect timing for everything.
He does.
So how long after Furman did you attend Michigan State?
I went, I took about 6 months off. I worked on a campaign in Richmond, Virginia after I graduated, and then I started Michigan State after that. in January of 2006. So
Wow.
that's when I started law school. I drove up there, 13-hour drive with a U-Haul by myself.
Wow.
Determined that I was going to make something out of myself.
Wow. And so before you took that trip, you had already got accepted into Michigan State, which is an amazing accomplishment, because we all know how tough law school is,
Yeah.
and it's hard to get into it. So tell us a little bit of experience about Michigan State when you went up there and finally got into your law classes and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. So going to Michigan was a culture shock. A lot of it was just being in the Midwest.
Yep.
The weather, because I started in January.
Oh, wow.
So I had to get used to all that snow.
Exactly.
And just being that far from home and
Yep.
my friends. So when I moved to the state of Michigan, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any family up there, any friends up there. I gained friends by going to classes, but law school was a challenge. But going away that far actually gave me the focus.
Yep.
Because I didn't have my people around me.
Exactly.
And I was determined that I was not going to fail, and I was not going to come home without that law degree, man. So when it was snowing, man, I was in there just trying to study, do everything I could to make my family and my friends proud.
Exactly. Facts. And see, that's why I wanted to show the youth again that everything don't have to be around your hometown as far as like when you start not chasing your dreams. You can go out and meet new people, because it's always good to meet new people, because that's how you learn. Like you said, you met kids that parents was lawyers and stuff like that. That's the only reason they probably got a little bit step far as like learning before you, because they had the parents and stuff to look up to.
Yeah.
But it motivated you to learn how to do law school as well. So it's good to go out and reach your dreams. You don't have to be stuck into your hometown and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So I want to segue into your hometown. What made you want to bring your law back to your hometown and represent your people around
Yeah,
it?
man. So that's a great question. When I graduated, the economy was pretty bad back in 2008, 2009. A lot of my classmates, especially in Michigan, because Michigan was hit pretty hard with the recession. A lot of my classmates had trouble finding work. I knew I wanted to come back down south. I took the Georgia bar. I was going to go to Atlanta. I was able to get a job here, and it just kind of made sense at the time to start my career here and try to build a good name by just doing the right thing one case at a time.
Exactly.
And it really worked out. I didn't plan on being here for my entire career. But this is year 15, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like you told me before we started the show, you started off as a prosecutor.
Yes.
Right. So how long after that did you get into the could you do personal injury things like that?
Yeah.
How long after you started prosecuting did you get into that side of it?
Yeah. So I was a prosecutor for 4 years, and then I went to a law firm named Trotter Jones, which is in Augusta. And then that's when I started taking criminal cases. They were mostly a real estate law firm, but they allowed me the ability to kind of spread my wings. So once I did that, I saw what I could do, and I opened up my law firm in 2015.
Wow.
And so I still do the majority criminal defense, but I have also transitioned into personal injury, because that's just another way to help people on the other side.
Facts.
Not everybody needs help because they have been arrested.
Yeah.
Some people need help because they've been injured or have been treated unfairly. So it's just another way for me to help people and give back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before I get to the next question, where did you get that from? Like wanting to take care of your people and that passion like that. Do you give that credit to your parents or how they raised you, or the community back in the day, or how it was, or everybody was together and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I think it definitely starts with my parents. Just a good foundation. My mother was a English teacher at Midland Valley for over 30 plus years. My dad was in the insurance industry. He was always in my life. And so they instilled God in me, and a sense that you have to be a blessing to others. And so North Augusta was a small, close-knit community. So it was a good place to grow up and to really not grow up too fast.
Exactly. Facts.
Yeah.
So that's good, man. Because I love that the passion that you have for helping others and wanting to give back to your community and stuff like that. I wanted to, because I seen that you one of the top 100 criminal defense attorneys in the United States.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you when you first heard that?
Yeah, when I first got the letter and and the award, it was really almost unbelievable because there are a lot of great attorneys in this country,
Exactly.
especially doing criminal defense, and so it's humbling. It makes me want to work even harder.
Yes, sir.
Because I know with something like that, people are going to try to come at you.
Exactly.
So I want to always be ready.
Facts. And like you said, that goes back to your football days.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A competition. The more you win and the more you do good, you're going to have haters and stuff coming at you, but you got to know how to defend that and just grow from it.
Yeah, they always around. They always around.
Exactly, facts, and that just motivates us to get better.
Yeah.
I want to switch topics a little bit, man. What made you want to start coaching youth football?
Oh man, that's a great question. So my son really got me into it just by virtue of him wanting to play. I've been coaching him since he was 5. He'll be 9 in a few months.
Wow.
And so one of the big things is a bad coach can turn a kid away from sports. They can turn them off from it. And so I wanted to make sure that my son and his friends and teammates were learning the game in the right way.
Exactly.
It should still be fun because you have to develop a love for it when you're young. Because as you get older, it's not as fun.
Facts.
It's a business.
It's work.
It's work. And if you don't have that, really by the age of 10, 11 years old, that love for it, you're not going to stick with it. Because that love is what makes you want to get up at 5:30 in the morning when you're in college and do those sprints when it's cold outside. So it's been one of the best parts of my life, man, to be honest with you. Just being able to coach those boys, seeing them get better year after year, man, and seeing them make plays.
Yes, sir.
I could have a bad day at work, or I deal with a lot of stressful stuff. Seeing those boys is kind of like therapy. So
facts.
Yeah, so I love it.
Yes, sir, and that's good, man. Because I was looking at your old Furman days, man, and you played against a lot of good talent, and you held your own. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted the people, man, I wanted to give you flowers on all that, everything that you accomplished from your football days all the way to taking that chance to go to Michigan State by yourself and chasing your dream. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give you flowers on that, man. And what does fatherhood mean to you?
Man, it's the most important job that I have. I'm very passionate about fatherhood, and I believe that men have to step up and be in their children's lives regardless of the dynamic, whether you're with their mother or not. That's irrelevant to being a father, because you lay the foundation for your kid's future, and that just goes back to the beginning of time, in my opinion. And so the number one thing I want to do is make sure that I use my experiences and the love that I have to give it to my children and to give it to all these kids that I come into contact with. And so if you're not a good father, like you can't be in my circle. You can't come to my house. If you don't deal with your kids, we don't have anything to talk about. And I wish more men would take that position and just say, listen, if you're a deadbeat, God bless you, but I can't deal with you. Because those children, I see it in the criminal justice system, those children who don't have their fathers around or a male figure are at a disadvantage, and they're more likely to get involved in illegal activity, more likely to get involved in gangs and look for that outlet because they don't have that father to direct them and guide them. So I don't play about that.
Facts. And like you said, more of us need to do that, man, because like you said, these kids, they looking for nurturers and people that's going to bring them in and, you know what I'm saying, and, show them love, man. So they going out here in these streets and stuff like that. So we got to do better of a job as being fathers out here. But I also, like you said, I want to recognize the fathers that is in the, you know what I'm saying, their kids' life and stuff like that. So it's good that you have that mindset like that too, because we do need to be more like that. I'm finna let you get out of here too, because I know you got a busy day ahead. But I want to ask you, who do you got winning the Super Bowl?
Oh man, well,
being that you're a Cowboys fan,
ain't the Cowboys, and I got my Cowboy colors on too.
I see it, yes sir. I know you're die-hard too.
Die-hard, man. I believe in loyalty, and I got a Cowboy joke this morning from a guy. It's all good, man. I call it how I see it. We wasn't good enough to make it any further.
Facts.
But I mean, that's still my squad. But I don't think Taylor Swift is going to lose the Super Bowl.
There you go.
I just don't think she's going to lose the Super Bowl. I don't think America is ready for that. So I'm going with Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, I will never go for the 49ers ever.
And I understand that because that's y'all rivalry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you this before I get you out of here. What do you think the Cowboys need to do to make it to that next level, take that next step?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. You know, from my vantage point, we're too much of a finesse team. When you get into the playoffs, you can't just rely on passing and sacks. You got to be able to stop the run, and you got to be able to run the ball.
Facts.
And that's just one thing that we just haven't been physical enough. Even if you look at the 49ers, like they're a physical team.
Exactly.
And so Dak Prescott is a good enough quarterback to take us there. Not if we were asking him to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game.
Exactly.
That's not the game plan.
Facts.
You got to be able to run the ball, throw it occasionally with him when you catch the defense off guard. If the defense knows that we're about to throw the ball that many times, his skill set is not the kind that he's a natural passer to put the team on his back like that.
Wow.
So I think it's a little bit unfair to put it all on Dak because he's not out there calling plays.
Facts.
He's not out there tackling people.
Yep.
But as a quarterback, you get the blame and you get the credit. And so he does a good job. He don't point the fingers. And so as a man, I respect that about him.
Exactly. Facts. And you're right, too, about that, because just like Lamar Jackson, like I was trying to tell folks, like you can't put the blame on him. The coaches, they try to throw the ball more than what they usually do. Do what got you there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, playoff time comes, it's time to get physical.
It's time to get physical.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to blame people as a whole. You can't just do it to the quarterbacks. But like you said, the quarterback's going to get the blame and they're going to get the praise. So I definitely understand that. And hopefully that can take a next step next year for y'all so y'all can make it to the Super Bowl, man.
You're a good man. You're a good
but
man.
I appreciate you, man, for the interview, bro.
Absolutely,
You know, you're welcome on the show anytime, man.
Thanks.
To keep doing your thing, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir, man. And thank y'all for watching us on Straight Facts Podcast, episode 23. We'll be back next week. Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, bro.
Man,
That was a good interview,
Yeah,
man.
man. That
I
was
love it,
good.
bro.